Ladies and gentlemen, meet the brand new Rogue Sport. And Nissan flew me down here to lovely Nashville, Tennessee to test drive this. But before we do a complete review, I want to give you the top 5 surprising facts about this car, and that is coming up right now. The number 5 surprising fact is, well, look at it. For all you Europeans, you know this car as the Qashqai. For all you Canadians, same name, but here in America, it's going to be called the Rogue Sport. It will compete with cars like the CX-3, the brand new Toyota CHR, and of course, the Soul. But most interestingly and most surprisingly, it will actually also compete with the Nissan Juke. The number 4 surprising fact is that it's a lot cheaper than the Rogue. The Rogue Sport is actually $2,400 cheaper than the Rogue, and that's because it's a foot shorter. So while it looks like a Rogue, it is considerably smaller. The number 3 most surprising fact isn't under the hood, even though there is a surprise under here, and that is that it's a smaller engine. It's a 2-liter that puts out 141 horsepower and 147 pound-foot of torque. That is 28 horsepower less than the Rogue and 28 pound-foot of torque less than the Rogue. Both cars have a CVT transmission, but what is surprising is that you can get all-wheel drive on all 3 models of the Rogue Sport at $1,350 for all you folks who love all-wheel drive. Let me interrupt this countdown from a word from our sponsors. Yes, indeed, the Rogue Sport. So while you pay less, you also get less space back here. In the Rogue, you get 32 cubic feet. Back here, only 23. There's also no option for a 3rd row. And in case you're wondering, you can get this car at your local dealership starting next month. The number 2 most surprising thing is very surprising indeed, because even though this car is smaller, has a smaller engine, and also has a CVT, it gets worse fuel economy than the regular Rogue. 25, 32, 28 combined. The regular Rogue gets 26, 33, and 29 combined. So yeah, it's smaller, less powerful, but also less fuel efficient. And here we are to number 1 at last. So the number 1 most surprising fact is that the Nissan Rogue Sport looks just like the Nissan Rogue. I bet you if we had the 2 next to each other, you would have a hard time telling them apart. The fascia is the same, the interior is the same, just the size is different. So for all of you guys out there who are hankering for a Nissan Rogue, you can get a much smaller car for a lot less money, and your friends won't know the difference. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and of course driving reviews, and come back in about a week when I can do a full review of this car and the embargo has lifted. See you guys next time. Ciao.